We're talking about Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destinies for the 3DS. This is the first Phoenix Wright game for the 3DS. Shaun, I know you love Phoenix Wright, so you must be really excited that it's here.
I've actually played every other Phoenix Wright game, so getting into this was something special for me, although it was also something very familiar at the same time. These games obviously do have their formula.
Objection!
Things look a lot nicer this time around. We're used to seeing just 2D sprites with very minimal animation. Here, these characters are rendered in full, beautiful 3D, and then we're also treated to very beautiful 3D animated sequences every now and then at key moments throughout the trials. We could actually hear what these characters sound like apart from them saying, "Objection!" and "Hold it!" and "Take that!"
It's for this very reason I returned.
This game is a lot darker than I recall some of the previous Phoenix Wright games being, although they always have tread on this weird, funny, dark line somewhere in the middle. This one just seems like it's really dark, and the game opens up and they say it's like the darkest days of the law. There's an explosion in the courthouse, and then there's a trial for the suspect, and you're actually defending her. Her name is Juniper. She's a girl who is friends with Athena.
Right, who's a new character here.
New character, your assistant, and she's got some very cool powers. It's
Right,
like this
she
detector.
she went to school for this. She's a psychoanalyst. So what Athena does is finding inconsistencies with the suspect's emotions. So what we're doing here is going through 5 cases. They take a really long time to get through, though, because with every Phoenix Wright game, you already know there's going to be a lot of text that you need to scroll through, and this is no different. There's a lot of text here, and some of it's really interesting. The game itself is very self-aware.
Yes.
So it's really humorous. It has really funny moments, but it also has really boring moments that you need to scroll through, so you really need to be patient with this one.
It does have its tedious moments, especially when you know like a few steps ahead or maybe even 15 minutes ahead that, oh, I've got the piece of evidence that totally contradicts what this guy is saying, and I can't wait to nail him with it, but you have to wait a long time until the game lets you nail him with it.
It's completely linear.
Objection!
Yeah, it's really linear, which is one of the problems with this series, but I think it gets around it with its colorful cast of characters and its really absurd situations. There's also the whole investigation part of things. It's a weird law setup because you're not only the lawyer, but you're also an investigator, and you're out in the field looking for evidence that will help your client, that will help your case. And here, because it's the 3DS, you actually get some nice 3D environments to look around, and you get to sniff around and look for things, whereas before it felt like in previous Phoenix Wright games, I was just tapping on everything just until I got like, oh, what's this? Oh, what's this? And, you know, to some extent, that still is there, but it at least has some prettier window dressing this time around.
It does. It definitely looks prettier. We can say that for sure. And Phoenix, as always, looking really sharp.
Really fly. You know, I love my courtroom dramas, and I love Phoenix Wright, and this one's getting a 9.5.
It gets an 8 from me.